Okay, I think we can start. So, good afternoon, everybody. So, let me tell you what we did so far and what we are gonna do today. Okay, guys. So, last time I taught keypad. So I explain how can we use this keypad, okay, using C and assembly, this keypad, okay. Today, I'm gonna teach LCD. Can you see we have here LCD here, okay? I'm gonna teach how can you use this LCD, okay? The coming lab, next week lab or the coming week lab, we're gonna use both. It's gonna be about keypad and LCD. How can you type? How can you type something on the keypad and you can display it on the LCD? Okay. So today I'm gonna focus on LCD. As you see here, guys, on our board we have LCD. This LCD, our LCD here, it has two lines, as you see here. This is one line. This is a second line. Okay. Every line has 16 character. So total here 16, and here also 16 characters. Okay. So now I'm gonna start teaching as usually I do. That's usually I do for any input output device, guys. Number one, I teach how it is connected. Number two, I teach how can we use or how can you program. I'm gonna do the same thing now. Okay. Okay. So here, guys, this is our microcontroller. This is the LCD. Okay. Let's see how it is connected. You can see here, guys, we use port K. We use port K to connect our microcontroller to the LCD. How? That's what I'm going to say here. I'm going to use PK2, as you see here, guys, to PK5, which are four pins. I'm going to connect them to here. This is the LCD to DB4 to DB7. Okay. So how or these pins are used for what? Okay. These pins here, guys, are used if you want to send data to the to the LCD, or if you wanna send command. I'm gonna give you more details now, okay? But what I'm saying, we have four pins. These pins are used if you wanna send data or you wanna send to command this to the LCD, okay? What else we have? We have, as you see here, guys, BK0, okay? Only one pin is connected to what we call RS. Okay, how this is useful or how we use this one, as you can see here, guys. RS here, as I told you right now, what we send here, it can be data or it can be command. So the question is, how the LCD can know if what you are sending here is data or command? How it can know from this pin, from here, from this one, from PK0 or RS? As you see here, guys, RS equal to 0, RS equal to 0 if you send a command, okay? RS equal to 1 if you send data, okay, guys? So what I'm saying, the microcontroller can send to command or data to the LCD, and in order to tell the LCD what I'm sending is data or command, all what you have to do, we have only one pin here. If you put 0, it means command, I'm sending command. If you put 1, means I'm sending data, okay? We have another pin here, guys, PK1, okay, PK1. This one is connected to E, enable, okay? How this one is useful, that's what I'm gonna explain now. Or how can you use it? Actually, after you write some data here, okay, you need to tell the LCD that the data is ready, okay? The way you are going to do it here, so you are going to generate a pulse like this one. So number one, you have to put some data here, okay? Number two, you have to generate a pulse here. When you generate a pulse here, you are telling the LCD the data is ready. Please take take the data. It's like you trigger. It's like you trigger. You order the LCD. The data is ready. Take the data. Is that okay, guys? So let me summarize what I said so far, guys. What I said so far, guys. Number one, the LCD is connected to port K. Okay. How it is connected, as I said here, guys, PK2 to PK5. These four pins are used to send data or commands. Okay. I'm gonna teach what I mean by data and commands right now. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Also, we have here PK0. This one you can put 0 or 1, right? This one is used to tell the LCD if you are sending data or command. Okay, 0. If you put 0, that means you are telling the LCD, I'm gonna send to command right now LCD. Okay, if it is 1, that means you are telling the LCD, I'm gonna send data, because this is how the LCD can differentiate, can know if what you are sending is data or command, right? Also, after you put some data here, LCD is not gonna take the data by itself when you put the data here. No, after the data is ready, after you put the data here and the data is ready, you have to order, you have to give a trigger, you have to command the LCD to take the data. How this happens? It has to be, you have to generate a pulse like this one in E. Every time you generate a pulse like this one, LCD knows that there is data ready and it's gonna come and take the data. Okay, so what I mentioned now, guys, is you can send here, in this part here, you can send data or you can send command. So what do you mean? What do you mean by data and what you mean by command? What I mean by data, anything you are going to display, like letter A, letter B, like comma, like space, even space has ASCII code. Is that okay, guys? So what I mean by data here is anything you send to display, right? Letter A, B, space, percent, whatever. Anything has ASCII code, and you are going to send to the LCD. Okay. And again, it's very clear. Any data you send to the LCD, it has to be in ASCII code. Period. It has to be in ASCII code. Is that okay? So if you want to display 0, you should not send 0. You have to send 30, because 30 is the ASCII of 0. Okay, and so on. If you want to send letter A, you have to send 41, I guess. Okay, as far as I remember, it's 41. Okay, the small a, I think it's 61. Okay, all of these values are in hexadecimal. Okay, anyway, so anything you want to display on the LCD, it has to be in ASCII code, even space, even period, even whatever. Okay, guys, this is the first part here. The first part, data. Okay, so you are telling us we can send the data here, or we can send to command. So what you mean by command? Okay, that's what I'm gonna teach later in details. We have several commands. We have several commands. Like what? For example, one command is clear LCD. So this is not something you are gonna display. It's a command. You are telling the LCD, please clear. Erase everything, for example. Okay. Another command, I'm gonna teach these commands in details. But for now, I want you to understand what is the difference between data and commands. Commands, you are asking the LCD to do something, like clear LCD. Okay, you are asking the LCD to move from line 1 to line 2, or move from line 2 to line 1. Is that okay? Also, if you have a cursor, I'm going to give you more details. You want to move the cursor right, you want to move the cursor left, and so on. So I'm going to give you more details about commands. But for now, what you know is that, or what should you know for now is, microcontroller can send data here, or it has to send commands. Okay? And data, it has to be in ASCII code. ASCII code, okay? And as you know, ASCII code, guys, is 8 bits. It's a byte. Every ASCII code is a byte, 8 bits. Is that okay? Same thing for commands. I'm gonna teach you commands. Commands, every command has a code. That's what I'm gonna teach you later. Every command has a code. If you wanna clear LCD, you have to send the code for this command, okay? So this command also, every command is a byte as well. Okay, guys? So now we agree that every data here, by the way, what I mean character, only one character. So it's if you want to display a message, you have to send character by character. Is that clear? So if I want to send hello, if I want to display hello, so I have to send byte for the ASCII of H, then a byte for the ASCII of E, then a byte for the ASCII of L, and so on. So it has to be byte by byte. Is that okay? Every character send the ASCII of this character, which is a byte. Okay. So now what I'm saying, guys, what we are gonna send here, either data or commands, any one of them should be a byte. Is that okay? It's a byte. However, there is a problem here. What is the problem? If you look here, guys, this connection is only 4 bits. Oh, and I want to send a byte. A byte should be 8 bits. Okay, guys? What should I do? Very easy. What I have to do is I have to send it twice, 4 and then 4. Okay, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So if this is a data or this is a command, so it has 4 and 4. We're gonna send the most significant 4 first, and then we're gonna send the least significant first, second. Is that okay, guys? A very important thing. Okay, guys. What I'm teaching now is our LCD. Our LCD. Okay. If you buy a different LCD, okay, the idea is the same. So it's almost the same idea. You still have commands. You still have to tell if it is data. The idea is very close. Almost everything almost the same. Okay, but you can find some differences. For example, here, as an example, here, our LCD here, okay, it has only 4 bits. That is why I have to send a byte, which is a data or a command. I have to send twice, 4 and 4. Okay, so I have to make 2 transmission, 4, 4. Is that okay? Maybe in other microcontroller, it's gonna be connected just a byte. So here 8 bits. That means you can send the byte at the same time, only one time. Okay, it's not gonna be 2 transmission. Okay, it may be this way, or it may be 4 by 4 as I mentioned now. Okay. Another thing also I want to tell you about, guys, is here read or write. Okay, what you mean by read or write here, and why you ground it here, I'm going to tell you. Okay, so the idea is that I told you guys in our LCD we have 16 character, and we have another 16 character here. Is that okay? It's 2 lines. Every line has 16 character. Okay, and inside the LCD itself, there is memory. This memory, 32 bytes. So inside the LCD itself, there is a memory. This memory is 32 bytes. Okay, so this memory should store the ASCII codes of the characters here. So 16 byte for this line and 16 byte for this line. Is that okay, guys? So what I'm saying, if I sent a letter, for example, letter H, okay, the ASCII of this letter should be stored somewhere here in memory, Is that okay? So what I'm saying, we have a memory, 32 bytes memory inside the LCD. Okay, every byte here in the memory should be like 1 character here in the LCD. 1 character here. Is that okay? So now let's come to my question. My question was, we have R and W. So what you mean by R and W? Okay. R and W. So what I mean is, here I'm connecting to ground because I'm gonna only write. It's a ground because because if you have this part here, it means it's active by 0. If I put 1, means it's read. Okay, but anyway, because what I'm doing here, this LCD, I'm gonna use only to write. So I'm not gonna read from the LCD all the time. That's why I connect it to ground all the time. Okay, so what I want to tell you here, guys, in our case, in this LCD, in our LCD, we're gonna only write. Okay, you cannot read. You cannot read from the internal memory here. That means if you wanna know what character or what character you are displaying here, you cannot read it from the LCD. Okay, so you have to track it in your program. So every time I write something, if later you need to know what you are displaying is what character or what message you are displaying right now in the LCD, this is something it has to be done in your program, because based on the connection here, you cannot read. Is that okay? You can only write. But what I'm saying is, it shouldn't always. I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna explain. This is how it is connected here. But what I'm saying is, maybe when you use a different LCD, you can here this one can be connected to one pin, and you can read or write. Okay, so when you write, you can write some character to display here or command. When you read, you may be able to read the the memory here inside here. Okay, just usually you are gonna read if you want to know what message you are displaying right now. Okay. Any question, guys, before I move forward? Okay, let me tell you summary. It's a summary. Okay. Before I move forward, it's very easy. The summary is, guys, number one, okay, if I want to send a command, okay, for sure, I'm gonna teach later the codes. You should know the code. If you want to clear LCD, you should know what is the code for clear LCD. If you want to do something else, any command it has a code. For sure, I'm gonna explain these codes later. Every code is a byte. That's what I explained. Okay. How I send this command to the LCD? Okay. Number one, I have to put 0 here. Make sense? Number two, for this byte, I have to take the most significant first. I have to put the most significant first here. Is that okay, guys? And then this is number one. Okay. This is number two. Then number three, I have to generate a signal here. Okay. Once I do that, LCD is gonna take this these 4 bits. Okay. And then I have to repeat again. But with these 4. Okay, so I have to put this 4 here. I have to generate another signal here to tell the LCD to take this 4. That's it. By this way, I already sent a command. The LCD is gonna execute this command. Is that okay, guys? Number 2. What if you want to send data? Character. For example, I want to display letter A. That means I have to send 61. This is the ASCII of A. Okay, what should I do? Exactly same thing like a command. Exactly same thing. Only one difference. This one has to be 1. Okay, not 0. It has to be 1. Any questions? Okay, guys. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna teach as we did for sure. I'm gonna explain everything, guys, but similar to what I did in the keypad. All what I need from you is how can you program the LCD. This is how can you use it. Okay, so I'm going to teach everything. So here I'm going to teach in assembly. I'm going to teach a number of subroutines that you can just use. Okay, you should learn how can you use these subroutines, and you can just use it. Okay, so the first subroutine I'm going to teach is put character LCD. You can tell from the English name, put character LCD. Okay. Number 1, what this subroutine is doing, how I can use it. Okay, this subroutine, when you call this subroutine, is gonna take whatever in the in register A and display it on the LCD. So it has to be expecting data because it's put character LCD. Okay. For example, let me tell you exactly how I can use it before I give you details. But I'm gonna explain number 1, how can you use it. Okay. If I want to display letter A, if I want to display letter A on the LCD, what should I do? I have to say load accumulator A, okay, guys, and then number 61, because 61 is the ASCII of A. So number 1, I have the letter I want to display. I have to put the ASCII in register A. This number 1. Number 2. I'm gonna say jump subroutine, put character LCD. That's it. Once you do that, you are gonna see you can see letter A on the LCD. Very easy. Okay, guys. What if I wanna write a message? Okay, you have to repeat. You have to repeat it multiple times. Okay. I have another. You can call this one multiple times. Okay, because this one is used if you want to display only one character. Okay. Later I'm going to display. Later I'm going to explain. We have another subroutine. You can use it if you want to display a complete message. It's going to make programming much easier. So instead of calling this one multiple times for each letter in the message, all what you can do is you can just call one function, it's going to display the whole message. Okay, and inside, by the way, it's the same thing, because you are going to see right now inside the function you are going to call this one multiple times, but that the complex part is hidden. Okay, so you just call a function inside this function. Inside this function is going to call this one multiple times, so you don't need to spend too much time just writing a code to display a complete message. Okay, so this is the subroutine I'm going to teach you now right now, guys. It's called to put character LCD, and as I told you before you call this function, you have to put the ASCII of the letter you want to display in register A. Okay, now I'm going to explain, okay, what is the content of this subroutine, how this subroutine works. Okay, that's exactly what I have just said right now, guys. This subroutine works this way. This is a register A. Okay, as I told you, guys, I have number one, I have to send this 4. So the first part here, the most significant 4 have to go to PK2 and PK5. This is the first step. You will see it in the code right now. Okay, number 2, RS has to be high. Why it has to be high? Because I'm sending data. It has to be low if you are sending command. Okay, you will see it right now in the code. Number 3, for E, remember, I have to give a signal like this one on E. Once you give a signal like this one, so the LCD is gonna take this 4. Okay, and then I have to repeat again. I have to repeat this 4 again, but this time I have to work on the least significant 4. Is that okay, guys? So you will see right now, in the code, you will see this part. I'm gonna write it twice. I'm gonna write it 2 times. One time to send the most significant, and then another time to send the least significant. Okay, I'm gonna show you now the code. So let's see the code here, guys. Put character LCD. Okay, so you can see here. First of all, push A. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I push A, because I need it later. This is, you remember, register A should have my ASCII. Okay, and then because I'm gonna now I'm gonna change register A. Okay, in order to get this 4, the most significant 4 bits, I'm gonna change register A, right? So that's why I need to keep it, because later I have to get it back so that I can work on the least significant 4 bits. Okay, so number 1, as you see here, guys, I'm gonna end register A with F0. Okay, so you remember when you end with F0, you actually mask. So what I did, because I'm interested in the most significant 4 bits, so I'm gonna mask. I'm gonna 0 this 4. Okay, so that's why I'm doing this part here. Okay, number 2, I'm gonna shift register A twice. I'm gonna shift to the right twice. Why you are doing this? I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you see here, guys, this is the 4 bit. It's gonna be this way. They are gonna start from bit number 2 when I shift it twice until bit number 5, I guess. Okay, why? Because if you come back here, you can see here the 4 bit should be from 2 to 5. Okay, so what I did here, guys, is this is register A. So I'm gonna put here 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And then here X, 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 because this is the 4 bits I'm interested in. So I'm gonna clear these 4 bits. And then I'm gonna shift it twice. After you shift it twice, so now this is the 4 bits I'm interested in. Okay, so you can see it start from bit 2 to bit 5. And then I'm gonna take this value, I'm gonna send to port K. Okay, guys, so that my 4 bits here are gonna be on PK2 to PK5. Because this is how it should be, as you see here. This is how it should be. Okay, and that's what I did here, guys. Okay, so what I did so far is, let me clear what I did here. So what I did here, guys, if you look at this part here, this is exactly number 1. I have to output the most significant 4 bits on PK2 to PK5. This is exactly this one. Okay. Number 2, RS has to be high. That's very easy. Just right here. Bit set. Okay. So RS has to be high. Okay. Okay. Now, E has to be high for some time and then low. Yeah, that's exactly what I did here. If you look at this part here, E is high. And then I'm gonna wait some time because I cannot just make it high and low at the same time. So I have to keep it for some time. So here I made it high, and then here I'm writing some instruction. These instructions are doing nothing, just I want to waste time because I want to keep this signal high for some time. So here's the signal is going to become high. Here I'm going to wait some time. Here I'm going to bring it low. Okay, guys. So now I finished half of the work. Okay. So until here, I am done. I already sent the most significant 4 bits. Now I want to send the least significant 4 bits now. Okay. So how this will be different, guys? I'm gonna repeat exactly same code, the same code I have just explained right now. But now look here, guys. Pull A. Why I did pull A? Because I want to get the original A. Because I already destroyed A. If you see here, I changed it the ASCII code. I changed it A. So that's why here I pushed the original value because I need it later. Now I got this one here. And then look here what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to mask this 4. And then I'm going to get this 4 here. Okay. Then I'm going to shift this way this time, as you see here. Okay. After I shift, now the least significant 4 bits are going to be starting from 2 to 5. Okay, and then I'm going to send to port K. Great. Okay, and then RS equal 1 here. And then if you look here, guys, from here to here, I have to generate a pulse on the enable. Okay, so it should be high. I have to wait some time, and then it has to be low. Once this is done, so I already sent the second half. Now I'm done. Okay, at the end here, look what I did here at the end. It's something very simple. What I did here it should be I'm done. But here, because microcontroller is faster than the LCD, it's not once you send 61, which is ASCII code for letter A, it's gonna take some time until you see letter A. Is that okay? Because for the internal operation of the LCD, because it is slower than the LCD. Okay, slower than the microcontroller. So what I did here, after I sent the data, I'm gonna wait some time until LCD finishes its work, and now you can see A on the LCD. Okay, guys. Any questions? Any question, guys? Okay, so now I taught one command, guys. Put character LCD, very easy. This one is used if you want to display one character on the LCD. This character has to be in ASCII. This character you have to put it in register A before you call this function. Okay, very simple. Now I'm gonna teach a second subroutine. This subroutine is called command to LCD. Command to LCD. Okay, this one is exactly similar to boot character LCD, guys. The only difference is this one is used if you want to send a command, right? So this one for command and this one for character. If you want to send a character, okay? This one has to be a command. And as I told you guys, every command has a code. This code is a byte. And exactly same thing. You have before you call this function, you have to put the command in register A. For example, if the command is number one, this is a command. I'm going to teach you later. This is a command. It's doing something. Okay. So number one, you have to say load accumulator A with number one. So number one, I have to put the code for a command in register A. This is number one. Okay. Number two. After you do this, you can just say jump subroutine command to LCD. That's it. Once you do this, you already sent a command to the by this way you sent a command to the LCD. Okay, guys. Any questions? Okay. Now, how it works? How this subroutine is working? Look here, guys. This subroutine is identical. This subroutine is identical to this subroutine. Exactly same thing. There is only one difference. You know what is the difference? Only one difference. This one. This one and this one. This is the only difference, right? Because you remember RS, here in RS, you have to tell the LCD if you are sending data or you are sent to command, okay? So the only difference is that here it is bit set. The only difference here, I'm gonna make it bit clear. That's it. This is the only difference. Because I have to put a 0 because it's a command, not data. Same thing here. So the subroutine of command to LCD is similar to the subroutine of put character LCD. The only difference is that I have to clear RS2, instead of setting it, just to tell the LCD this is a command. Okay. So if you look at the subroutine, exactly same thing. The only difference is here. The only difference is here. Okay. Any question? Very easy. So the conclusion now, what I did so far, guys, the conclusion is, okay, before I teach comments, okay, the conclusion is that we have two subroutines I taught so far. One subroutine is called to put character LCD. This one is used to display character. You have to put the ASCII of character in A before you call it. Second one, command to LCD. This one is used if you want to display, if you want to send a command to the LCD, and the code of the command, you have to put it in register A before you call this function. That's it. Is that okay? We have another one. This is the commands. For sure, I'm going to teach the commands right now. But before I teach the command, there is another, or let me explain the commands first, and then there is two more subroutines, guys. I'm going to explain them later. One subroutine is for configuration. You have to use it only one time. So I'm going to explain. So let's see it here. So this one is for configuration. I'm going to explain it later. There is another one. It's called put string LCD. This is another one. Put string. That's what I told you about, guys. So we have put character and put string. Okay. As I'm going to teach you later, you can make a complete message this way. This is a complete message, and then you can send this message to this, the complete message you sent it to put string LCD, and this is put string LCD. I'm going to explain it later. Okay. So inside this put string LCD is going to use put character LCD multiple times. So if I have a message hello, so it's going to take this one, send to put character. It's going to take this one, send to put character, put character. Both character. Is that okay? So inside this function, but the good thing here is I can send the whole message to put string LCD. Put string LCD is going to display everything. So now I'm gonna focus on teaching commands. What commands do you mean? What do we have? After I teach commands, in total we're gonna have only 4 functions in assembly. Very easy. Only 4 functions. Okay. One for configuration. One put character if you want to display a character, one command to LCD, this one if you want to execute a command, and put string LCD. This if you want to display a complete message. So I'm going to explain them later for sure. But this is all what we have for assembly. Very easy. Okay. Same thing when I come to C, we'll find a couple of functions, a number of functions. I'm going to explain. Okay. But now let me focus on commands. Okay. Any questions so far before I move forward? Any question, guys? Okay, great. So, as I told you guys, we have a number of commands. Okay, I'm gonna now explain in details what are these commands. Okay, but what should you learn is every command has a code. If you want to execute this command, you have to send this code. You have to use this code. Okay, this is exactly what I'm teaching here. Okay. So these are the codes here. This table should have a summary. This table has summary of all the commands I'm gonna teach. Okay, you can see here, guys. From P0 to P7, this is the code. This is what I'm talking about. This is a byte. This is the code. So if you send this code 0001, which is number 1. So what this code is gonna do is gonna clear display, return a cursor to the home position. Is that okay? So I'm gonna give you now, I'm gonna explain now all of them. Okay, but this is a summary. This here all the codes we have. Okay, so I'm gonna teach the codes now. Okay, let's start with the first code I have right now. Okay, which is number 1. This is the first one I was teaching right now. This one. Okay, number 1. Number 1, this one is gonna clear display. Clear means it's gonna delete. It's gonna erase everything, clear everything. Okay. And then after it clears, it's gonna move the cursor to here. to the beginning. This is the beginning. It's gonna move the cursor to here. Is that okay? And then once after you execute this command, right? When you write, you are gonna start writing from here, from the position of the cursor. Is that okay, guys? So this command, again, you have the board. You can try all these commands, and we are gonna do them in next lab anyway. So next lab is gonna be training on all these commands. Okay. So if you wanna clear, so this is the code you have to use. If you use number 1, and then you call this command to LCD after doing these 2 instructions. Number 1, the display is cleared. Number two, the cursor is gonna come to here to the home position. We call it home position, or we call it address 0, because this is address 0. Okay, I'm gonna talk about it now. Okay. Any questions? Let's see the second command we have here. Look here, guys. This is second command. Okay. So you have to put here 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and then you have to put 1. Okay, guys. And then here asterisk. What asterisk means? Means it doesn't matter. If you put 0 or 1, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I can put 0, but it doesn't matter what you are gonna put here. Okay. So what this one is gonna do? This one is gonna return the cursor to the home position. Okay. So it's not gonna clear. It's gonna just return the position. Okay. So that means, let me explain what it means. This is how can use it. Just number 2. So what this one is gonna do is gonna return the cursor to the home position. So if I writing something like hello, and the cursor is here. Okay. Now after I execute this instruction, how it's gonna look like? After I execute this instruction, it's gonna look like this. Hello, and the cursor is here. So this one is not gonna delete anything. Just it's gonna move the cursor to the beginning. That's it. Is that okay? Now, what if I write something? If you write something, you are gonna override the symbols you have right now. For example, if I write letter E, so it's gonna be E-E-L-O. Sorry, L-L-O. So here the cursor is here. Whatever you are gonna write is gonna replace whatever is here. Okay. Again, look here, guys. I'm gonna teach all the instructions we have. You may not need all of them. Okay. Yeah. Some of them may be very, very rare to use, but I have to teach all of them. Okay. Also sometimes, you know, sometimes you can see rotating LCD. You can see some message. This message is rotating message. All right. So we have some instruction to do things like that. Okay. So let me now move to the next command. This command here, which is here. This one here. As you see here, guys, you can put 0, 0, 0, and then you have to put 1. Is that okay? And now you have these 2 values. These 2 values here, by changing these 2 values, you can do different things. That's what I'm going to explain now. And you can find these values here. The details are here. Okay. So here, for example, S, if S is 0, it means no display shift. You are not going to shift. If you put 1, means you are going to shift. Okay. What do you mean by shift? I'm going to tell you what I mean by shift. For example, hello. Okay, this way. If you shift, if you use this instruction here, S is 1, and you shift the display, so it's going to become like there is here empty space and then hello. You can see what I did. I shifted the display. I shifted the text. That's okay. And here, this one can control decrement cursor or increment cursor. Okay, I'm going to explain it now. Increment cursor, so that means when I, for example, when I write hello, when I write, for example, something here, or let me, for example, if I write H, the cursor is here. Okay, after I write E, the cursor is going to move automatically, incremented. So every time I write something, the cursor is incremented. It's going to move this way. Okay, so every time I write something, the cursor is going to jump from here to here. If I write here letter L, the cursor is going to jump to here, because all the time the cursor has to move from left to right, incremented. Okay, there is one option. Okay, you can decrement the cursor for some reason. Yeah, I'm not For some reason, if you want to do something like that, okay? For example, if every time you write something, the cursor is going to move right to left instead of left to right, okay? So it's here. You can control. So let me tell you what I did, okay? So this is the code. The code is here, okay, guys? So here, if this one is 0, I'm talking about this one here. I want to focus on this one. If this one here 0, that means after each character you write, the cursor is decremented. As I said, decremented means it's going to move left to right. Right here, S here. Do you want to shift? Do you want to shift or no shift? Because here it is 0. I put here 0. That means I'm not going to shift the text. Okay. So for example, here if it is hello this way, okay, because this one is 0, I'm not going to shift hello. What's going to happen if I write X here? The cursor is going to come this way. It's going to move this way. Okay. Anyway, if I put 1, and this should be this is the default, or this should be the normal. The normal should be this one here. Okay. So when you put 1 here, okay, that means the cursor has to move to the right. So that means when I write letter H, the cursor has to come to here. When I write letter E, the cursor automatically come to here, and so on. Okay, this is the default. This is the default, but you can change it if you want. Okay, guys. So this is what we have here. Now I'm gonna talk here. I put S in both cases. I put S here. I put 0 because no shift. Okay. Now if you put here, if you put 1 here, you can shift. Okay, shift the display. Okay. Now I'm gonna move to the next one. We have this one here, guys. This command is here. Again, we have 0, 0, 0, 1, and then we have 3 values here. Based on what you put here in these 3 values, you can do different things. Okay, and again, if you go to the table here, you can find here what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you look here, I don't think I can delete it. Let me. Oops. Yeah, let me see if I can delete it. Okay, good. So these are the 3 I was talking about, guys. Oops. Okay, so these are the 3 I was talking about. Okay, guys. So we have 3 bits. Every bit is gonna do different things. Okay. For example, you can see here, guys. D, this bit. If you put 0, that means display is off. If you put 1, means the display is on. Okay, guys. For example, if the display is on, you will see something like hello. If it is off, you are not gonna see anything. Okay, guys. So if it is off, this is if it is on. Okay, guys, how can you turn? And that's what you are going to need in the coming lab. In the coming lab, there is one button. I'm telling you, when you click, when you press this button, if the display is on, make it off. If it is off, make it on. Okay, how can you make on and off? Just one bit, as you see here, guys. Okay, so off means what off means? Listen to me. So if the display on, you can see hello. If you make it off, you don't see anything, because it's like you don't see anything, but you didn't clear the text. The text is still there. So if I make it on again, you will see the text. So big difference between clear and between turn on and off. Turn on, you understand what I'm saying, guys? So if you turn it off, you cannot see the text. If you turn it, but the text is not erased, it's still there, but you don't want to see it. Okay, if you turn it on, you can see the text. Okay, so the text is still there, but clear, I explained before about clear. I explained how to make clear. Clear is different. Clear, you clear. Okay, so there is no text. Okay, guys. Second one here. Letter C here. This is the cursor is off or the cursor is on. Do you want to see cursor or you don't want to see cursor? Okay. Again, it's up to you. It depends on what you want to do. Okay. But again, the default, you can see a cursor. So what you mean by cursor? If I write letter H, you can see a cursor here. Okay. The cursor is useful because it can tell you where is, if I write something right now, where is going to be written. So it's going to be written here because the cursor is here. Is that okay? So if I write H, the cursor move to here and so on. Is that okay? This is if the cursor is on. Okay, what happens if the cursor is off? It's gonna be H, That's it. And you cannot see any cursor. If I write E, something like that, and you cannot see cursor. Okay, anyway, it's up. It depends on what you want to do. But there is, again, in these comments, again, you may not need to use all of them, but they give you all the possible cases, and based on what you want to do, you can use whatever you want to do from these comments to do whatever you want to do. Okay, but for now, what I'm saying is sometimes you may not need to use some of these instructions. That means maybe all the time we're going to use cursor, okay, because it makes sense. Okay, another one here, which is letter B, as you see here, guys. Cursor blinking, blink is off or blink is on. What do you mean by blinking? Blinking means if blinking is off, okay, so this is a time t plus 1. Okay, the cursor is going to be something like that. Here the cursor is going to be something like that. All the time the cursor is this way. Here blinking is off, no blinking. Okay, but if there is blinking, so the cursor is here, you are going to, after that, this square is going to be all the square is going to be something like that, and then it's going to, so the cursor is going to be this way. So then you see blinking, it's blinking. You see cursor and then you see square in the same position, okay. So for example, here cursor and then square, cursor blinking, you can see it's blinking. Okay, again, you may not, the default we're going to use most of the time, no blinking. This is the default. If you want to change it to make blinking, that's okay. So let me summarize what I said here, guys. What I said here, guys, is let me clear this one. Okay. What I'm saying here, guys, this is the command is here. Sorry, this here. Okay, this command had 3 bits. Every bit is going to do something different. Okay, that's what I'm saying here. So C is used for cursor off or cursor on. Is that okay? Only 1 bit here. This bit here. Okay, which bit? Sorry, second bit. Let me delete this one. Second bit here. Okay. Also blinking, off or on. Again, you don't need to do every one of them in different instruction. So you can do them in one instruction if you want, right? Here, because I want to teach one thing at a time, I'm explaining this one alone, this one alone, this one alone. But in reality, for example, if I want to like B, you can put 1, 1, 1, for example. It depends on what you want to do, okay, guys? But what I'm saying here, I'm just doing one at a time because I just want to explain one thing at a time. But in reality, you can do more than one at a time, okay? Same thing for now, blinking. So blinking is the first bit here. If you put 0 or 1, no blink. Okay. Here this is turn off display and turn on display. This one. Okay. That's what we're going to use in the coming lab. Okay, guys. In the coming lab, okay, there is one button on the LCD. Listen to me. This is important. It's going to make the coming lab easier for you. There is one button here. I'm going to tell you, if I press this button, if the LCD is on, make it off. If it is off, make it on. Okay, guys? So every time I press, when I press this button, there is one button, okay? Every time I press this button, if LCD on, you have to make it off. If it is off, you have to make it on. Okay? First question. How I make it off, how I make it on? Very easy. This is how it is. So that means if it is off, if it is on and you want to make it on, if it is on and you want to make it off, this is the instruction you have to use. Okay. If it is off and you want to make it on, this is the instruction you have to use. This is the first part. Okay. So the first part, guys, how can you make it on? How can you make it off? This is the first part, okay? Second part is, how can I know if the LCD is off to make it on? Or how I can know if it is on to make it off? How I can know the status of LCD? How I can know? If it is off right now, I have to make it on. If it is on, I have to make it on. Is that okay? Is there any way I can know? Okay. The way you have to do it, guys, is you have to use a variable. This variable should have 2 values. You got what I'm saying? So there is no, I cannot read from the LCD to know if the LCD is on or off. I cannot. So the way we are going to do it here, I'm going to, for example, I'm going to make a variable called LCD on off, for example. Okay, this variable should have one of two values. 0, 0 means off. F means it is on. Okay, guys. So when you press this button, I'm gonna ask this variable. If it is off, if it is on, okay, guys, if it is if, okay, that means number one, I have to make it 0, 0. Okay. Number two, I have to send I have to use a command to turn. You have to use the command to turn it off. Is that okay, guys? So what I'm saying, guys, is the following. Now I taught two commands. One to turn the LCD on, and the other command to turn the LCD off. Is that okay? In the coming lab, there is one button. When you press this button, if the LCD is off, make it on. If it is on, make it off. Is that okay? So you already know how to make it on and how to make it off. You have these instructions here. That's easy, right? What's not easy is, or what is new is, how I can know if it is on and I have to make it off, or if it is off, I have to make it on. How I can know? What I'm saying is, you have to use a variable here, okay? In the very beginning, you know the LCD is on. So let me clear something from here. Okay, so in the very beginning, this variable should have FF, for example, in the very beginning, and you have to turn it on, okay? Every time you press the button, I'm gonna move from here to here, or if it is from here to here. So every time you press a button, I have to change the value from here to here and here to here, okay? And in order to know if it is on right now, I have to make it off. All what you have to do, you have to ask the variable. So you have to ask this variable. Okay, guys, any questions? Remember, this is not something new. Do you remember when I explained the push button? When I explained the push button, I told you I have to use a variable. That's what we did before. It's called on off. To know if the system is on, I'm gonna make it off. If it is off, I'm gonna make it on. Okay, I used exactly the same idea. Go back at one or two lectures ago. I explained the same idea before. Okay, because when you press, if it is off, I'm gonna make it on. If it is on, I'm gonna. So exactly same thing. Any question, guys? Okay. Okay. Now, what else we have here? We have here one more command here. I think is that no, we still have two commands. I think, yeah, this one and another one. That's it. So here, let's see this command here, guys. So here, as you see here, guys, you have to put 0, 0, 0. Here it doesn't matter. Asterisk means it doesn't matter. You have to put 1 here. And then we have only two values to change. You have two values to change, okay? S backslash C or R backslash L. What is the difference between them? Okay, I'm gonna tell you what is the difference. S backslash C, this one is used if you wanna move the cursor, right? So here, if it is 0, to move the cursor, and here, if this one 0 means to the left, okay? If you put here 1, it means to the right. So for example, look here, guys, and that's what we're going to do in the coming lab again. If you have, for example, hello, and the cursor is here, okay? I'm going to tell you, there is a button. When I press this button, you have to move the cursor this way, or is it like arrow? You know the arrows on our computers, like the arrows, exactly same thing, okay? When I press the button, okay, for example, this is hello, the cursor was here, so now I'm going to move it to here, or move it to here, or move it to here, or I can move it the cursor this way. Okay, so every time I press them, so there is one button. Every time I press the button, the cursor is going to move to one step to the right. Okay, this is one button. We have another button. That's what's coming in the coming lab. Okay, so the cursor has to move to the left. Every time I press one time, it's going to move to, so one button to the right, one button to the left. Okay, so now I'm teaching these instructions. I'm teaching how can you move the cursor. Again, you are moving the cursor, but you are not moving the text. Big difference, right? You are not shifting the text. You're just moving the cursor, okay? So it is here. So this one here, this one has to be 0, the command here. So you have to put here 0, okay? And this one can control. You want to move the cursor right or left, right? So 0 for left, and one for right. Is that okay? So this is the value if you want to move the cursor one position to the left. If you want to move the cursor one position to the right, has to be this one. You need these two instructions in the coming lab. In the coming lab, there is one button. When I press this button, you have to execute this instruction. When I press the other button, you have to use this one. Okay, guys, I'm solving the coming lab. Okay, so now you have two buttons. Okay, like arrows. One to move the cursor to the left. One moves the cursor to the right. Okay, guys, any questions? Okay, remember here in both cases I put S and C 0. Okay, and this one can control, it's 2 bits, only we have 2 bits. Yes, one of them, okay, S and C, the other one can control right or left. Okay, so now, so here S and C 0 and 0, and just change R and L from one left or right. Is that okay? Okay, now what happens when I make this 1 1? What happens? Okay. Here, in this case, you actually shift the text itself, not the cursor. You shift the text, okay? And this one, again, can control right or left. For example, we don't need this one in the coming lab, but you just, yeah. So, for example, it's like hello, okay? And now you want to move the whole text one step to the right or one step to the left. Is that okay? So here, in this case, S and C has to be 1. So let me summarize what I said, guys. We have 2 bits here. Let me erase this one. Okay, so this is the code you have to use. Okay, this one has to be 0001. Fix it. These are fixed. Here it doesn't matter. You can just put 0. It doesn't matter. And now we're gonna work only on 2 bits. Okay, this bit here, S and C. Okay, this bit can be 0 or 1. If it is 0 means I want to move the cursor, but not the text. The text is gonna be fixed, but I'm gonna move the cursor. If it is right or left, this one can say right or left. Right? This one, if you put 1 here, what it means? It means I want to move the text. Okay, this is useful if you want to make like a rotating text, something like a rotating text. You got what I'm saying? So you can move every sometime you can every few seconds you can move, or every second you can see like a moving text. Okay, that's it, guys. Any question? So you can put here 1 here. Yes, that's what I'm doing here. I'm putting here 1. And then right or left, this bit can control right or left. Okay, this is for right, and this is for left. This is for right. Any question, guys? So before I come to this, is the last command I have. So let me summarize what I said here in this command, guys. So what I explained: number 1, how can you clear LCD? This command. How can you clear LCD? Number 2, how can you return the cursor to the home position? This one. Okay. Number 3. I said here, do you need the cursor to move to right to left or left to right, right? Here I explained how can you turn the cursor on and off. How can you make this blinking? Do you want the cursor to be blinking on or okay? How can you turn the display on and off? Okay. I want to tell you something tricky. Okay, very tricky. You can. It's not a big deal if you don't do it in the coming lab. It's not a big problem, but I want you to be smart. So try to think about it. Okay. What's gonna happen, guys, in the coming lab is the following. Okay. You have a keypad. The keypad has some numbers, 1, 2, 3, and so on, and it has some letters here, A, B, C, D, and so on. So in the coming lab, I'm gonna tell you. If you hit a number, okay, so you have to display the number on the screen. Okay, so for this number, you have to use put character LCD. Is that okay? So if I hit 1, I want to see 1. If I hit 2, I'm going to see 2. So this easy one, I'm going to use put character LCD. Is that okay? For these buttons, A, B, C, D, E, and whatever, this button, okay, every button is going to do like a command, okay? So as I said, one of them can turn on and off, as I said, okay, turn the screen on and off. This is one of them. 2 of them are gonna move the cursor to the right or to the left, right or left. Is that okay? So when I press, it moves to the right. When I press, it moves to the left. Is that okay? One of them, and that's what I'm gonna explain right now, one of them should move the cursor between the 2 lines. If I'm in line 1, I have to come to line 2. If I'm line 2, I have to come to line 1. Okay, so that's what I'm going to explain right now. So one of them, guys, is going to be like backspace. Backspace. I need to think about it. So 2 things now I'm going to teach. Okay, so what I'm saying, guys, this is the LCD, this is the coming lab. There is one button. This button should work as backspace. That means when I hit this button, I have to eat one character. For example, if it is hello and the cursor is here, after I hit this button, it has to be HELL, cursor is here. Okay? Every time I press it, you have to eat one character. Okay? This is in the coming lab. I'm helping you. I'm solving the lab. I should get the full credit. Okay? So I'm helping you. Okay, anyway. So I need a hero to unmute the mic and explain to me how can we do this backspace. We don't have instruction to do backspace. There is no instruction to do backspace, but we can use multiple instructions to do it from what I explained. Volunteers. I need a volunteer.
We could write a space and move back the cursor.
Okay, look, I am the dragon board. I'm going to do whatever you tell me to do. Okay, so tell me. Now this is hello. It's hello this way. Okay, it's this way. Tell me, what should I do?
We move back the cursor one spot to the left.
Okay, give me command by command. Okay, I'm going to do move back the cursor. So it's going to be hello, L-L-O, and then the cursor. Yeah, I already taught instruction how to move the cursor. I did. Okay, then what should I do? So this is
Write
number
a space.
1. So number 1, move cursor. Okay, number 2, write space. It's going to be hello, and then space, and then the cursor is here. Because every time I write something, even a space, the cursor is going to point at the next place. Okay, this number 2. So here you write a space. Yes, what else? Done?
Move the cursor 2 times.
1 time. So here number 3, I'm going to move the cursor back 1 time back. Is that okay? Cursor back, one position. Okay, guys. So every time I press this button, you have to do 3 instructions. You have to move the cursor. Thanks very much. Okay, you have to move the cursor to the left. You have to put a space. You have to move the cursor. Okay, and again, this is very interesting because you do this instruction very fast. Your eyes, you are not gonna notice. You are not gonna. You can see it. You are eating the character very smoothly. Okay, so it's not like you are not gonna see the cursor moving to left. You are not gonna see space. You are not gonna see anything like that. You will see it. It's working very smoothly. Okay, any question? Okay, guys. So this is one thing. Another thing I want to tell you about it is it's somehow tricky. If you can solve it, that's okay. If you cannot solve it, that's okay. But I want you to be smart. Okay, look here, guys. We have here, I told you in the coming lab, we have 1 key. This key should turn the cursor on or off. Okay, sorry, should turn the LCD on or off. Okay, so I already explained 1 instruction for on. I already explained 1 instruction for off. I explained that. Also, I explained how can you do it. You have to use a variable. This variable, it should have 2 values. That's what I explained, right? So now I'm going to tell you about the surprise. So surprise now is, if the cursor is off, if the LCD is off, is that okay? And now, this is the keypad. Okay. If I press number 1, number 2, number 3, okay, you're not going to see anything here, right? Because it's off. But once you turn it on again, you will see 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let me tell you what I want to say. What I want to say is the following, guys. If the LCD is off, number 1, it doesn't mean it is clear, as I said. So it means you cannot just see the text, but maybe there is some text here, but you cannot see it, right? So once you turn it on again, you can see the text. This is the meaning of on and off. Okay, number 1. Number 2, if LCD is off, that doesn't mean if you send some data to the LCD, this data is not going to be written. It will be written, but you cannot see it. Once you turn it on again, you can see it. You got it? So if the LCD is off and I type 1, okay? So your program is gonna send 1 to the LCD. Is that okay? LCD is gonna take it, it's gonna write, but you cannot see. It's working, it's still working, but you cannot see anything. Once you turn it on again, you can see this issue, this numbers here. Okay, again guys, the solution is very simple. The solution is very simple. Solution is in your code, if the system is on, okay, don't let your program to go to the beginning. That's what most of the students are doing. It's not a big deal. If I'm a TA, I'm not going to deduct any mark for something like that, but we want to do something perfect, okay? So that's what I'm explaining, okay? So what I'm saying is that now, if the system is on, okay, if the system is on and you make it off, what most of the students are doing, your code, you allow the code to go to the beginning. A system is off. You allow your code to go to the beginning again, to get keypad, to get a number from the keypad to this. So your program is working and it's off. You got what I'm saying? The solution is very simple. You can make a very simple solution in your code. Okay. The solution is, if the system is off, you have to write here a code to hold, to freeze. So you have to wait here. Okay. You have to wait until the user hits. You make the system on again. Okay, so anyway, think about it, guys. In your but again, this problem happens because if the system is off, you allow your code. When the system is off, you allow your code to go to the beginning, to get 1 character from the user and display this. So your code is working like if it is on, right? That's why if it is off and I type something, I can see it later when you turn it on. Okay, the solution is, if the system is off, okay, I'm not gonna go to the beginning again. I have to keep waiting here. I have to wait until the user hit this number, this button again to make it off. Okay. Anyway, so now what I want to teach is, and this is the last part I'm gonna teach here. Look here, guys. Okay, so see here, guys. I told you guys we have 16 character, right? 16 and 16. So we have 16 character and 16 character. Is that okay? That's what I told you guys. Okay, we have 16 and 16. Okay. Now we have a command to put the cursor anywhere here. Okay, so you can put the cursor here if you want. You can put the cursor here. You can put it here, anywhere. So wherever you want, which character. Okay. So that's what I'm going to teach now. What I'm going to teach now, I'm going to teach a command. In this command, you can put the cursor anywhere. Okay. So how can you do that? Very easy. The way you have to do it is the following. Look here, guys. Every character here has a number. So this is number 0, number 1, number 2, until number 15. So this is number 0 to 15. Okay. So and here this is line 0, this is line 1. So we have line 0, we have line 1. Every line we have how many positions? 16 positions. That's exactly what you have to. This is the command, the common command. So if you look the command here, guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the command here. Look here, guys. You have to put 1 here. You have to put 0 here. You have to put 0 here. Great. What I have to type here? This bit, this bit, you have to tell me which line. That line 0, line 1. Is that okay? And these 4 bits, you have to tell me, these 4 bits should get a number from 0 to 15 to tell me which location. I told you guys, we have 2 lines, 0 or 1. In every line, we have 16 positions, starting from 0 to 15. Is that okay? From 0 to 15. Very easy. So this command, so the conclusion is, number 1, you can put the cursor anywhere. We have an instruction to do that. Is that okay? All what you have to do, here you have to tell me, which line, 0 or 1. Here you have to tell me which number from 0 to 15. So here it has to be from 0, 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1, 1, which should be 16 position. That's it. Okay, guys. That means if I wanna, so let me delete this one here, because this is the most important thing. So number one, you can put the cursor anywhere. That's what I said. Okay, now, because that's what we need for the coming lab. What if I wanna put the cursor here? What should be the command here? Here, because it is line 0, right? It's position number 0, so it has to be 0, 0, 0, 0. So your command here, it has to be 1, and then 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, right? Which is number 880, right? So all what you have to do, you have to send to number 80. Once you send number 80, the cursor is gonna come to here. Is that okay? Now, what if I wanna put the cursor here? What number I have to send, okay? The number you have to send should be, let me remove this one here. Oops. Here it has to be 1 because it's line 1, and then it has to be 0, 0, 0, 0. So it has to be 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I think it should be C0, I guess. Let me check. Yeah, C0. Okay, guys, C0. So the conclusion is that if you want to put the cursor here, you have to send number 80. If you want to put the cursor here, you have to send C0. Is that okay? To move the cursor here. Now, in the coming lab, you have one button. If the cursor here somewhere on line 1, it has to bring it to here to move to the next line. Okay, and also same thing. If the cursor here, you have to bring it. So we have one button. That's what, when I press this button, if the cursor is in the second line, you have to move it to the first location in the first line. Okay, or if the cursor is in the first line, I have to move it to the first location in the second line. Is that okay, guys? So number one, how I can bring the cursor here or here? That's what I have just explained right now. They are here. So this one is gonna move the cursor to the first line. This one is gonna move the cursor to the second line. Is that okay? So this one is gonna move to the second line. This one is gonna move to the first line. Is that okay, guys? So now, which one I have to use? Should I use this one or this one? It depends. If the cursor in the second line, I have to use this one to move to the first line. If the cursor in the first line, I have to use this one to move to the next line. So it's only one button. When I press this button, I can jump from one line to another. Is that okay? So now the question is, how can I know if the cursor is in the second line so that I can use this command? Or if the cursor is in the first line so that I use this command? How I can know, guys? Similar to what I have just explained right now, you have to use a variable. You got what I'm saying? So there is no way to know other than using a variable. So I have to use a variable, call it whatever you want to call it. This variable should have two values, for example, whatever, 0 or 1. Okay. So in the very beginning in my code, I'm here. I am in line 0. Okay. So when I press this button, I have to move the variable to here. Okay, so when you press the button, I have to move to here. So I have a variable. This variable should always capture the location of the cursor. Okay, every time you change from one line to another, you have to update this variable. Every time you want to know where is the cursor so that you can use this one or this one, you can ask the variable. Okay, guys, any questions? Okay, one more thing I want to say, guys, is here, maybe you think, again, I told you we have 16 here in this line, and we have 16 in this line, okay? You may think if I keep writing H-E-L-L-O, you keep writing, okay? If you may think this way. If I keep writing, okay, it's gonna be, once you finish the 16, it's gonna move automatically to here. No, this is not gonna happen. Is that okay? So if you keep writing, okay, nothing is going to be shown here. Nothing is going to be shown. Is that okay? It's not going to move automatically to here. To move from here to here, you have to use a command, which is this command. Is that okay? This is something for your knowledge. For sure, this is something you have, if you want to do a program, you have to do in your program for sure. In your program, I have to keep track of the data I send to the LCD. Okay, once I exceed 16, so next time I have to use this command, because the cursor is not gonna move automatically to the next line. Okay, any question, guys? Okay, so now I finish the commands we have. Now I'm gonna teach a function, we call it configuration function. Okay, like everything we did before, guys. Before using the LCD, you have to configure the LCD. This configuration should be done only one time. One time should be enough. One time at the beginning of your code. Is that okay? And this is the configuration here, guys. So you just, all what you have to do, you have to call this subroutine. I'm still talking about assembly. You have to call this subroutine only once at the beginning of your code. That's it. So I'm gonna explain what this one is doing. Number one, for sure, you have to configure port key as output. This is the easy part, okay? And then here I'm gonna wait some time, because once you do the configuration, it takes some time until the hardware does the configuration. Yeah, sometimes you can see, guys, in the code I put some delays. The purpose of this delay is I don't want to write to the LCD before I make sure port key has been configured as output, because it takes some time. That's why here I make some delay here. Anyway, and then I send this command here. This command is like configuration. This value should set 4-bit data LCD, right? 2-line display, 5x8 font. Okay, this is the configuration of our LCD. It is 2-line. It is 4-bit because we sent 4-bit. It's 4 times 8. 4 times 8, I guess it means we have 5 and 8. This is how many points we have here in every character, how many points we have. Okay, anyway, also this one is gonna turn on the display, turn the cursor on, turn blinking off. Okay, so this is the default values. The default values, for sure, if you want, you can change them later, but this is the default values. This is what configuration is gonna do. Turn the display on, turn the cursor on, blinking is off. Okay, and next I'm gonna say clear display. This is what I have just explained right now. Clear display, and put the cursor at the home position, so the cursor is gonna be here. Okay, and then here I'm gonna say move the cursor to the right. This is again, this is also default value. So the default value, every time you type, the cursor has to move from left to right. Okay, guys. So all of this instruction already in a subroutine called configuration LCD. Okay, guys. Now I'm gonna teach a program which is a very easy program. I'm gonna teach how can you display, as you see here, guys. How we can display something as you see here on the LCD. ECE 3130 is easy, we like it. How can you display something like that? Okay, guys, look at the way I'm gonna do it. It's not gonna take 1 minute, just very easy. You already have the program here. Okay, guys. Number one, okay, I'm gonna create a message, like message 1, right? DC.B. ECE 3130 is easy, right? Comma, you have to put 0 here. It shouldn't be inside, it has to be outside. Why? Why I have to put 0 here, guys? Because now I'm gonna teach a new function. This function is called put string LCD. All what you have to do, this function, just to give me the beginning address. Okay, the beginning address. And this function is gonna display character until it finds 0. So 0 is the delimiter to this one. Okay, guys. So now I'm gonna teach a function, or maybe next time, we still have 1 minute. Okay, next time I'm going to teach this function. But how this function works, just to give me the beginning address, and I'm going to keep displaying until I hit 0. That is why you have to put a delimiter here, 0. And again, remember, 0, it has to be outside, not inside, because if it is inside, because how this one is going to be displayed? It's going to be displayed ASCII of E, ASCII of C, ASCII of E, all the way, and the end should be 0. Right? Because this is the delimiter. I'm going to keep the beginning address. I'm going to give the beginning address to this function. This function is going to display until it hits 0. If I put 0 inside here, it's not going to be 0, it's going to be 30 because the ASCII. Okay. And someone can ask me, okay, but there is a problem. What is the problem? This 0, oops. Yeah. Oops. Someone can ask me, this 0 may happen inside here. Maybe by accident, one ASCII here is going to become 0 by accident. And once you find 0, I'm going to stop. My answer is there is no ASCII. Okay, so there is no ASCII there is no ASCII 0. You got what I'm saying? So there is no character that has ASCII 0. That's why I'm very confident if I use 0 here, it's not going to be repeated inside here because there is no character that has ASCII is number 0. Is that okay, guys? I think it's just enough for today. I'm going to complete it. Yeah, I think someone has a question here. Let me see the question. So I'm going to complete next time, but let me see what the chat here is telling me. Yeah, you're right. Someone is telling me 0 is for null. That's okay. I agree. But null is not a character that can display on the LCD. You got what I'm saying? So one student is telling me the 0, yeah, maybe I want to be more accurate in the what I said. Okay, what I said is correct, but somehow, yeah, 0, there is ASCII 0. There is ASCII 0. But this 0, this 0 is for something called null. It is not, it's not something you can display. It's not something can happen inside the message here. That's exactly what I want to say. You got what I'm saying? So 0 is ASCII, that's true. But it is not ASCII for a character that may appear inside here. Is that okay, guys? Thank you for I just wanna make it clear, more clear. You got them. Because if you use any other number, there is some risk. You answer, for example, quickly. I'm done, but just I want to answer this question. For example, if I use number 30, for example, okay, for sure there is a risk because this one is 30. So what's going to happen? My function is going to display from here to here until it hits this one, and it's going to stop here because this one is repeated inside here. So if I have to use a delimiter, I have to make sure this delimiter is not going to happen here. And here comes number 0 because 0 means null. And null, again, is not going to be inside the message here. Okay, there is no character for null. Okay. Any question, guys? Okay. So I'm going to complete. We almost finished. So I'm going to complete it next time. I think we still have another one. This is the same chat, or yeah. Oh, my bad. Yeah, 0. Yeah, 0 is 30. Yeah, and null is 0. Yeah, I know it's not your someone. It's I know it's somehow confusing to students, right? Because 0 in quotation here, okay. And if you want to display number 0, you have to send 30, not 0. If you want to because the ASCII of 0 should be 30. Yeah, that's a very good point. So that means this 0 here. Yeah, this 0 here, I'm not going to make confusion with this 0 because this one is going to be 30. This is number 0. When you look at, when you store this one in memory, this one is going to be number 30. So I guarantee there is no 0 is going to happen here. Never. You cannot find any character or any space or any special character that has ASCII is going to be 0 because 0 is a special number. It's ASCII by itself, but it's not something you can write here. Okay. Any question, guys? Okay, anyway, oops. Hello? Okay, so I think that's enough for today. Okay, so see you in, yeah, maybe quickly I want to say something, guys. The coming lab is somehow needs some time. It's not difficult, it's somehow long, so try to give it some time, guys. And if you need help, we're gonna have office hour on Tuesday, and anytime you can email me or email the TS. Okay, guys, so stay safe and good luck. Okay, see you, bye.